Hi guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Matthew and Mike. Hello.
so hello to everyone that keeps coming by and hello to any newbies. It is so great to see you. So we are in fact filming this on the 13th of June 2022, but you will not be seeing this then and I don't have a clue when you will be seeing it. We have been busy behind the scenes, pre-recording things and getting a backlog of videos so that with my busy schedule with work and with Mike returning to work this Thursday, we have content for a little while to keep us going until we get a chance to film again. So none of the videos add up to the dates that they are being filmed or when we receive things. It's just not all adding up and you're just going to have to deal with it, I'm afraid, guys, because we have to do this when we can do this. So why are we here today? Well, we have some exciting news. We have an FO each. As you know, we have both been working on, and again, apologies, it's in black and white, doesn't do the pattern any justice whatsoever. It is, of course, Coco's Pastel Paradise Lacy Wrap. I was making it alongside Mike. Mike wanted to make his for his nan in her favourite colours for her birthday. Her birthday is the 3rd of July, so Mike has smashed it out the park and got it in and done and complete well within the time frame, and also before the Twisted Fibre friends have finished the cowl. We didn't even know if we'd get it done alongside everyone else, and we did. So, if you do not know who the Twisted Fibre friends are myself, Manfa's Makes, Sam, the beautiful Jennifer over at Froggy Winter Knitting, the beautiful Kerry the Yarny Elephant, and of course the beautiful Cocktails and Crochet with Coco. And it is Coco's pattern that we are all making alongside each other as a crochet along over on the Twisted Fibre Friends page. We have a Facebook group. If you would like to become a member of that Facebook group, please do join. There are a few little questions you have to answer, and once you have answered those questions, one of the 4 Twisted Fibre friends will admit you into the group. You will find a thread on that Facebook group of where to post your finished item, and both Mike and I have to put our pictures in. In fact, I won't, because I'm a Twisted Fibre friend and I can show you on panel when the crochet along ends.
Just me then.
Mike will put a picture in when he gets 5 minutes. So yeah, Coco, me personally loved your pattern, found it really easy. Very, very clear and concise instructions. Didn't have any issues at all, really. My count might have been off, so clearly Manfa can't count. But you know, somebody like myself who's been crocheting for about 8 years, we can fudge it and make it work, and I did. And we both finished this on Saturday, so that would have been the 11th of June. We both finished on exactly the same day. I did a few more rows than what Mike did, but that's because I'm a little bit OCD and I wanted mine to be all uniform and have a matching bottom to the top, and I will explain all that in a minute. But before I bog you down with all my information and what I did, I'm going to let Mike take the limelight for the next few minutes and let him show you his finished item and explain maybe the yarn he used, the hook he used, how he found it. Because don't forget, guys, this is the first time that Mike has actually learned how to read a pattern, has done something maybe outside of his comfort zone with a different stitch on different rows and then learning to repeat that. And just going through the whole process has been a first. And in my opinion, he did an awesome job. So I'll let him show you, and you guys can let me know down in the comments, or let Mike know down in the comments what you think of his work.
Over to me then, I suppose. So reading the pattern originally, it was hard. Obviously, Sam helped, and I did each row as it came. And then once I got that first repeat, I was away. I did it myself. I had a bit of a miscount occasionally, but Sam helped me fudge it, as he says.
He needs to learn the tricks, guys.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, but other than that, I did all right. To be fair, I think the bead stitch was the hardest one for me. Probably because the hook was quite a big hook. I used a 5 with a 4-weight yarn.
3-weight.
3-weight yarn, sorry. But the yarn I used, bear with me 2 secs. Horizon.
It's a different colourway of these, guys,
Yeah.
from Hobie. So it wasn't any of these colours that you see on our shelf. It was, in fact, the colourway Dawn,
Yes.
which you'll see
Which
in
you'll
the
see in
finished
the
project
finished
anyway,
product
because he practically used
2
cakes. There was only a smidgy little bit left.
Yeah. And I did the same as Coco. I did the 3 repeats plus the 4th went to the 9th row. I didn't do any more than that. Because I didn't really want to do another bead stitch. Just saying.
Now, Coco only went down to row 9 because she ran out of yarn. Mike had plenty of yarn, but like he's just said, he was too lazy to do a 4th bead row because he found that one a little bit tricky.
So, yeah. Right. Finished project.
And it is folded in half because it is quite long.
It's massive. But there we go, guys. Let me get a bit closer so
Are you
can
showing
see
them
some
the
stitch.
right way round?
Yeah.
It is the front of your stitches, not the back.
I don't know. To be fair,
I think
don't
you
know.
are, but that's
Yeah.
more luck than judgment.
Luck than judgment. But there you go, guys. It's massive. Maybe I can put it on so you can see it.
Oh yeah, model it for him. Go for it. What are you deliberating?
Where's the top? There.
Oh, careful. There we go. So again, this is for his nan.
Yeah, so I'm bigger than my nan, obviously. So, but this will drape off her.
Yeah, his
Very
nan
nicely.
is
She
in
can
her
wrap it around.
70s. We're not going to be specific because A, we don't know, and B, you never tell a lady's age. But normally, I think we've said this before on a previous video, we normally just give her a lovely bunch of flowers, lovely box of chocolates, nice birthday card, favourite biscuits, that kind of thing. This year, as soon as Twisted Fibre Friends said that they were going to do a crochet along, I looked at Mike and I said, this is something you will be able to manage. It will be a good opportunity for you to learn how to read a pattern. He's supporting me and the Twisted Fibre Friends in our endeavours, you know, on YouTube. But also his nan gets a lovely handmade item for her birthday, which she has never received, especially from Mike. So it's going to be even extra special, and I cannot wait to see her face when she unwraps it and realises that he made it all by himself.
No, that's better.
And it is her favourite colours of purple and red.
Purple and red, yeah. There's a little bit of pink thrown in there, but you've got to break it up with something.
So yes, so although he used a 3-weight yarn, he did use a 5mm hook.
So it's very
By
long.
using a bigger hook, you get a longer and wider project because the stitches are more lacy and drapey. And you'll see that when you look at mine, because I also used a 3-weight yarn, but I used a 4mm hook, and it is much more compact and much shorter in width and in length.
And well, there you go. So
There
it's
were-
Horizon Dawn.
Yeah,
I just let the colour.
no colour control,
No
just
colour
let
control.
it flow.
Just let it flow, and it's turned out pretty good in my
Use the
opinion.
majority of 2 cakes
Yeah.
of the Horizon. So if you are looking into doing this pattern, like I said, the pattern can be found in the Twisted Fibre Friends Facebook group, but you have to be a member in order to access it. The only other way you can get hold of the pattern, I assume, is email Coco, Cocktails and Crochet with Coco, and she will be able to help you with any queries in obtaining the pattern.
My edges aren't too bad.
For a newbie, we're not even going to call you a newbie anymore. We're going to call you a beginner crocheter.
Look at that. That's
Beginner
quite straight,
crocheter.
to be fair. I mean, the other side's a little bit more off, but still,
But
not
remember,
too bad.
guys, tension. Even somebody like me who's been crocheting for 8 years, tension can still be an issue. So, but if you are going to be doing this pattern, if you are going to copy the yarn that Mike used, and you're going to copy the hook size, please be prepared to have 2 of the cakes because you are going to
Yes,
need the 2.
you will.
And depending on whether you're a tight crocheter or a loose crocheter, you might even need a little bit more if you're a
Yeah, I
loose.
mean, to be fair, I didn't have a lot left.
No, and compared to my tension, Mike crochet's a lot looser. So if you're even looser than Mike's tension, you're probably going to use the whole of the 2
Yeah,
cakes.
because my tension isn't the loosest, I don't think.
It's not the loosest, but it's not tight like mine either. It's kind of in the middle.
Mm.
So just be warned, if you're going to copy Mike and do exactly what Mike did, you need at least 2 of the
Yes.
Horizon cakes just so that you don't run out, because we all know that Hobie can be a little bit pricey, and I do know that for you guys across the pond, your minimum spend to get free shipping is a lot more than our minimum spend to get free shipping. So it's not just your big box store yarn. This is from Hobie, all the way from Denmark, so there could be an issue in obtaining more if you need to. So make sure you order at least 2 and then you shouldn't go wrong. But I'm super proud of him. He was so tough to get his first like official FO, because although he did his little dishcloth, this is the biggest project other than his C2C, and he's actually finished this one and gone back to his C2C. So you never know, in a little while's time he might have a second FO with his C2C, because now he can go back and concentrate on that one.
And then the next project will be coming out. Watch this space.
Oh, he's already got plans for his next projects. Couple of moments of frustration,
Yeah.
that's fair to say, isn't
Yeah,
it, Mike?
Definitely, yeah.
All I would say to you guys, especially if you are beginner crocheters like Mike, if you are finding things overwhelming, if you are finding things a little frustrating, put it down, walk away from the crochet, go and make yourself a drink, go and get something to eat, occupy
Definitely.
yourself with something else, and then come back to it. Pick it up and try again with fresh eyes after having a little bit of a woosah moment, because there were a couple of times that he threw it down in anger and said, I can't do it, it's too hard, I'm not good enough, I ain't doing it no more. And I said, if you do that, you'll not come back to it. You'll give up on crochet completely. And actually, when you're in the zone crocheting, you really enjoy it. So just walk away and leave it, come back.
Getting started on any project is the hardest part, to be fair, I believe.
Yeah.
This one was particularly hard because it was such a long project.
There was a long starting chain. And when
For
you
a
put your
beginner,
first row of stitches into a chain, that is difficult for most crocheters. And if anyone says it's a breeze and a piece of cake and somebody loves it, I don't think they're being entirely accurate, in my opinion, because it is so fiddly getting that foundation row into the chain.
Especially with man hands.
Yeah. So is there anything you would do different if you made it again?
I might try, well, if I was to make it again, I'll try a little bit of a different tactic, maybe colour control it.
Okay.
See if I can get all the lines uniform.
Oh God, I'm rubbing off on him, guys.
Well, no, I'll still do love the fact that you can just go.
Would you maybe change hook?
Yes, I think I would actually. I think I'd go smaller. But only like, well, I don't know, because I don't think I'm ever gonna make a wrap for myself. So it's not. It all depends on who I'm making
Who
it
you're
for,
making
I
it for and
suppose.
what style they like, because some people really like the open lacy look of crochet, and some people like me like the holes to be smaller, like it all to be a little bit more compact and tight.
And to be
Personal
fair,
preference, guys.
even with these holes, I can get my finger through.
Yeah.
It's still very warm. I've
Yeah.
got to take it off, to be fair.
So that is Mike's. He is done, guys. I hope you are as proud of him as what I am. And just quickly, I'm going to show you mine. Now, this is going to be gifted also. Just to throw it into the mix, this is mainly about Coco and Twisted Fibre Friends. But just as a little side note, if any of you guys are not familiar with Jaxie, Creations by Jax, she and Trisha, Mama Swift, have a project on the go at the moment. It is to honour our wonderful Sharon, who passed away a little while ago. And they have a drive to send out hugs to people, and that could be in the form of shawls or wraps. Now, this would qualify as it is a wrap. It can be any shawl pattern, any wrap pattern, any yarn, whatever you want to do, because I think later in the year, Trisha and Jaxie are going to organise a hug bomb, they're calling it, where we all get a lot of wraps and shawls made. We, pile them up, and then we just send them all out in one go to whoever we want, whether it's a YouTuber, whether it's a subscriber, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend. We're just going to send a load of shawls and wraps, or hugs as Jaxie calls them, out into the world and do a massive hug bomb. And there are a few of us that are wanting to take part. Technically, this will count because Mike's made a hug for his nan for a birthday. This is going to count as well because I'm not keeping this. I'm going to be sending this to a friend. They don't know they're going to receive it, and I am not going to tell you who it is. You can wait and see. She is a podcaster. She is a YouTube content creator, and hopefully when it eventually gets to her, she will put it up on her channel, and you will find out who it is. And then on a video in the future of mine, I will say that I sent it, she received it. Go check it out on her channel. And also don't forget that I did the Red Velvet Rose. Now, I know I did the Red Velvet Rose before the Hugs initiative came up, but I am also sending that to a friend who is a YouTuber, a podcaster, and it is a wrap/shawl. So technically, I've done 2 hugs, and I am going to save them and include them in my hug bomb when the hug bomb happens. And I do believe, and I'm sure Jaxie or Mama Swift will correct me, or I will correct myself down in the description box or in a future video. This is running from June until December, and at some point between June and December the hug bomb will happen, but there will be plenty of time and notice given to you. And if you want to get involved, head over to Mama Swift's channel. Her and Jaxie did a live last night, so there will be a live that explains all about these hugs. And also, Mama Swift and Jaxie have designed a shawl as a collaboration. They wrote their own shawl pattern. And it is available on Jaxie's website, so I will put a link to that. Anyone that I've mentioned, any websites, anything like that, I will put them in the description box so you have easy access to be able to click on and find the information that you need. But it is a free pattern, and it was designed by both Mama Swift and Creations by Jax. You are free to download that PDF. You are free to make that shawl, whether you're doing it for this hugs or not. And thank you to Mama Swift and Jaxie for creating a beautiful pattern free for anyone to have, because some people make a living out of designing patterns and they actually charge you for them. So the fact that these ladies have done this in honour of Sharon, in love for Sharon, and they are making it free and accessible to all is just absolutely wonderful. So I do encourage you to go over, check that pattern out and download it if you can. I do encourage you, if you are a little bit unsure what project you want to do next, have a look, see if that's something you want to make, or maybe you want to do Coco's wrap, or maybe you want to find a wrap or a shawl of your own to then have a hug bomb when the hug bomb happens. And I will keep you posted on that. So the Red Velvet Rose is going to be part of the hug bomb, and this is going to be part of the hug bomb. So again, I'm going to show you it folded in half because to have it longer than your wingspan is rather awkward to show, and you will get the gist of it. It is the same pattern that Mike did. I just chose a rainbow sparkly yarn because, it's Manfa. And also this month is Pride Month. Now I know these aren't the official Pride colours because there's no red for a start. It is rainbow, it is sparkly, and I'm sure that if I did go to Pride and wear this, nobody would tell me that it's not the right colours. It's bright, it's pretty, it's shiny. I'm super proud of it. I really enjoyed making it. I started off colour controlling And then I just took a leaf out of Mike's book and I just let the colours flow. And also, the person that will be receiving this, even though they don't know they're going to receive it yet, they are really not bothered by colour control, because I've seen some of the projects that they've done and they do not colour control themselves. It doesn't bother them. And they've said that if they receive something that hasn't been colour controlled, it really isn't going to bother them. So I just let it go. I just kept pootling along, just kept crocheting away. And here we go. So there are colour breaks, there are, you know, changes of colour in the middle of rows and things, but I'm not keeping it. It's not for me. Therefore, my issue does not count and is irrelevant, because the person receiving it really doesn't give two hoots. So there we go. So again, Coco, thank you so much for a beautiful pattern. And I did do 4 full repeats. So I went down to a 4th bead row because I'm not lazy. And then what I did is I changed it up a little bit, because the row after the bead row should have been a window row. But what I did is I just double crocheted all the way across, as like that's the finish of the pattern. And then up here we started with double crochet all the way across and we did a window row. So because I had already done double crochet all the way across underneath the bead, I then did the window and I did another double crochet all the way across, so that the last 2 rows mirror the first 2 rows. That is Sam's OCD. That is me in a nutshell when it comes to crochet. But I just like that the bottom mirrors the top, just finishes it off a little bit more uniform for me. And yeah, and the beauty of these patterns are you've got the instructions for all these different rows, all these different stitches. Tweak it, personalize it, make it individual to you. Now I did the repeats 4 times exactly as they were until the last row of the 4th repeat, and then I just mirrored the top. So I didn't tweak it a lot, but I tweaked it a little bit to suit me and to finish off the project how I preferred to finish it off. And like Mike said, Coco only went to row 9 on the 4th repeat. So I did a little bit extra and I changed the bottom to match the top. So, but that's the beauty of crochet. You can tailor it to your own needs.
And I did the same as Coco, purely because I'm lazy and I didn't want to do a bead stitch again. But it turned out alright, because the size of the hook I was using, mine's still bigger than Sam's and she's done more rows.
Yeah, so I used a 3-weight yarn. I don't know what yarn I used and I'm so sorry for that. But they were gifted to me and I was told that the labels on the yarn were incorrect. And I'm pretty sure you all know that this is not mandala tweed stripes. There is no tweed. This is not mandala tweed stripes. So I don't know what yarn it is. All I know is that it is rainbow, it is super sparkly, and the lighting isn't right to catch the sparkles in their gloriousness, because nighttime, it is dazzling. It's like ding! So whoever receives this, and I know they love rainbow and I know they love sparkle, so I have no doubt that they're going to love it anyway. But be prepared to blind people with the sparkle if you wear this out and about, because you will be blinging and hot to trot. Just saying. So when I've got this one, I keep saying mine. It's not mine. It belongs to somebody else now. I made it, but it goes to the dip at the bottom of your back before your tailbone and the beginning of your bottom. So it does go into that dip. It is quite wide, you know, it is quite a covering. And, you know, maybe on a chilly summer's evening, if you're out in the garden enjoying a glass of wine or a barbecue, get a little bit chilly, just throw this on your shoulders and it'll definitely be enough to keep shoulders and the bottom of your back warm. So yeah, we both finished Coco's pattern.
Yay!
So one last time, Coco, thank you for a brilliant pattern.
Yes.
Mwah. It was amazing. First pattern Mike's ever followed and completed. So I hope you feel a little bit honoured, because, you know, you got this noob up to a beginner crocheter. Check you out. Thank you for the Twisted Fibre friends. I'm not thanking myself. I'm thanking the other 3. It's weird to thank yourself. I'm thanking the other 3 for not only letting me be a part of a wonderful, wonderful collaboration here on YouTube, but for giving me access to beautiful patterns, to be able to share it up on panel with you guys, to be part of, you know, a fun yet educational group of people who love crochet. And thank you to everyone watching. I know the recipient of this is going to love it, and it's not me being big-headed, but Mike knows who it's going to. And do you think who I'm sending it to is going to love it? Because you know them as well.
I know. Yeah, they will.
They will, won't they?
Will,
This is them in a nutshell.
Yeah.
They are very similar to me. So in that sense, with the rainbow, with the sparkles. So I hope they love it when they get it. So I was going to send out the Red Velvet Rose and this as soon as it was completed, but I am now going to hold on to them until this hug bomb happens with Mama Swift and Jaxie. Mike's hug bomb is going to happen earlier because obviously his Nan's birthday is coming before the bomb. So...
Nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid.
She is going to absolutely love it. And like I said, if we can get permission from his nan to film when she opens it and models it and stuff, then we will. But if not, then we will let you know what she said, whether she believed he made it, and whether she liked it or not. But I'm sure she will, because like I said, compared to a bouquet of flowers and chocolates, she's got a handmade wrap from her grandson, who has never crocheted in his life before now. So if I was her, I would be made up. And I know Mary pretty well. I think she's going to be absolutely tickled pink. There we go. And super proud of him as well. But fair warning, now it might be, oh, Mike, can you make me a hat for winter? Mike, I need something like this. Because when she's seen some of my crochet stuff, she's gone, can I have one? Can you make me one? Can you make 10 members of my family one, please? But now we can do it together. So there you go. Right, guys, we have kept you for far longer than we ever intended to. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to all the channels that I have mentioned. I will pop your links down in the description box. Any questions, please do feel free to ask. Email me anytime. And I will hopefully get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to hit up the Twisted Fibre Friends Facebook group if you're not already a part of it. Don't forget to check out the channels that I'm linking down below because they are awesome content creators. They are doing some wonderful, wonderful things here on YouTube. And we would love for you all to get involved. So come join the madness, guys. It's a fun place to be. Just saying. It is awesome. And... yay for Mike's first ever! Woo! So there we go. Okay, so until next time.
Stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Get some good quality crafted time in.
We will see you in the next one.
Or on the YouTube streets.
We love you all so, so much. Mwah! Love you guys.